Alright, let's get some announcements out. Really? Oh gosh, that was scary. Alright, we got announcements out. Throw some shout outs for other folks that are streaming today. So you got Foxy. No.
I gotta watch out. I got no health left.
Go ahead and mute the clips there while it's playing. And we'll throw a shout out for Pulse. He's on today as well.
Just got another upgrade. Holy shit! Oh, it's shutting down.
Okay, and he's going on, he's streaming with Sarp and Chrono.
Fucking Contra.
So we'll throw some shout outs as well.
It does give you low gravity, so you know. There's that.
And Lifted, I think. I think that's their group of 4. They're playing some Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles today.
1 second.
Anyway, it's been a minute. We're going to be doing the ARA review here shortly. Just let some folks pile in.
Sorry about that, folks. So, the Bowser level did not save.
What is this? Come on.
Looks like Chrono was playing some
Fair for a
Bloodborne
second.
there. Or maybe the Liza P. One of those two.
Now this guy is using cheap tactics.
Or could have been Elden Ring.
Ah, did I win? We won. That was goofy.
Sneak off like that. Now was it? The cheek.
Alright. So looks like those are done. So let's transition over. Hello there, everybody. It's been a minute. It's been a good week, actually. Just been busy getting better. I was a little sick. I'm not quite back up to 100%, but I figured I didn't want to miss this. Didn't want to get too behind on new sets, and so we'll go over some of those. Hey, Cosmic, welcome in, sir. Hopefully you're doing well. Thank you for the well wishes. We are gonna get started here. So, for those who haven't watched this show before, hey Wise, welcome in. Yeah, good to see you too. So the art review is we go over the last week's worth of new sets on retroachievements.org, which I should link and pin. Till the end of the stream. And what these are is basically achievements or trophies for retro games that get added. They put together sets of these things. Then once you earn them all, you get a badge on the site. And it's basically like you have your Xbox achievements and your trophies on PlayStation. Only these are for the retro games. And these are put together by volunteers. So kind of by gamers for gamers. So it's kind of cool. You can go back and you can play these retro games on like RetroArch and other emulators and start earning achievements after you've logged into the set up on the site and create yourself an account here. And it's pretty neat. So, all that being said, we finished off, last week was the 19th, and we had gotten some in from the 20th. So we are looking for, at the very least, things from the 20th. Starting here, I think the last one we talked about was Solitaire. I remember talking about that one. So I think this Animal Crossing subset is our first new thing today. So let's start with that. So, ongoing on Retro Achievements, we have a GameCube event, which started on like July 20th or so. Hey Sam, welcome in. How are you doing, man? Hopefully you're doing well. But anyway, the GameCube event is from like July 20th for 4 months, so it goes until like October 20th, something like that. And so we are currently in August, getting towards the end of August. So we have August, September, and then about half of October to get to beating a game is 1 point, badging it is 2. There's certain bounty games that are worth double points or triple points. So that would be, for triple points, it'd be like 3 points if you beat it, 6 points if you badge it. And then there are subsets, which are each worth a point to badge. And there are hacks, which are worth half a point to badge. So here we have a subset, Billionaire, for Animal Crossing, which is really just about earning bells in the game. It's a pretty straightforward set. Not too difficult, just going to be a grind. But here you go. If you're playing Animal Crossing already and you're already fairly along to 200 million, might be worth booting this one up. I don't think Animal Crossing is one of the bounty games, unfortunately. One of the Harvest Moon games is, but Animal Crossing did not get that. So it's 1 point to beat, 2 points to badge. Anyway, so if you're unfamiliar with Animal Crossing, it's kind of a simulation game. Sort of like The Sims, or like to an extent like Harvest Moon a little bit. And this was the first game in the series on GameCube. So a lot of people have been playing the.
Welcome back to another
let's skip the commentary here. There we go. So you kind of run around, you can collect bugs, you pick up weeds, you sell stuff to Tom Nook. He's got a huge debt out for you that you gotta pay back. Once you pay it back, you can upgrade your house. You think you start like in a tent. Animal Crossing 1 year to beat. The Pooh Gang here. Yeah, I guess. A lot of us have badged Rumbly Tumbly Adventures. We'll talk about that when you come to the community highlights. You can actually you can fiddle with the time on the. Hey, Wolfie, welcome in. You can fiddle with the time on the Dolphin emulator so that you can make it, a day later or a month later or whatever. So you can skip around and catch the seasonal things out of season. So that makes some of the stuff in Animal Crossing a little less grindy. You don't have to wait for the particular year or whatever, particular part of the year rather. But that being said, there are people out there that are trying to do like a start the game and play it a little bit every day and badge it in the course of the year. So whatever's your pleasure. If you're badging it for the event, obviously you want to badge it fast, sooner than later. Anyway, but pretty fun, pretty chill game. I've played a lot of New Horizons on Switch. I've never really played the original, so I was gonna give this a shot eventually. Probably not as part of the event here though, because it is a bit of a grind. Indeed. Yep. And this was just a subset that came out for collecting the money the money supply in this game, which basically just leaves. All right, next up on our list here, we got Moonball Magic on the Famicom Disk System. This is a pinball game published by Squaresoft. That is an interesting looking pinball game. Let's see here. Complete the different stages. Interesting. So instead of deathless, or without losing a ball, it's 3 balls. Okay, so this is a pretty lenient set. You can get through to stage 11 here, as long as you complete it without losing 5 balls, you can get it. On a score of 5,000, 10,000. Score is always a little bit fiddly with pinball games, because some games it's really easy to get millions, and other games it's really hard to get thousands. Looks like Sark's already badged to this one, but it looks like a really straightforward set. I've yet to meet a lenient pinball set. So this is... Yes, gameplay. Take a look at this one. Ooh. That's pretty disappointing sound for a Famicom Nintendo game. Like, ooh. Yeah, that hurts my ears. Hey Neo, welcome in. This looks bad. Yeah, I don't love the color scheme here. It's kind of a puke green and purple and pink. This is the Captain Planet color scheme here. Trophies on Pinball Arcade are decent. I'm doing okay. I ended up going to the doctor with all the headaches and fever back on Monday. And turns out I had an old wound on my leg that wasn't healing. And it got infected pretty badly. So I've been on antibiotics all week and trying to keep my leg elevated. So I'm sitting in a lower chair here, and I've got like a footstool under my desk. So I'm a little bit different setup than the usual. But I don't know. I feel like I'm at 90%, getting back towards 100, maybe 80, 90%, something like that. Thank you for asking. Hopefully you're doing well.
Warrior, beat food, badly.
Your team heal. I've been eating a lot of protein. Try and heal faster. Gotta stream some Wind Waker today? Twilight Princess is frustrating. Ah. Well, hopefully Wind Waker's more relaxing for you. I saw you were doing really well in Twilight Princess. I would say, take breaks when you need to take breaks when you need to take breaks. But do go back and finish the badge, because I think you can do it. I believe in you. Okay, so there's some really bad noises in here, and there's some music's kind of here and there, but I don't know. This seems like a kind of mixed bag, because like some of these tracks for some of these courses are pretty nice, but it's just like some of the sound effects are a little bit bleh. But there you go, Moonball Magic. One of the few sets that looks like quite a few people Well, some. At least Arcodius has already badged it. It looks like some people are. More than just one. So we got... oh no, I guess he hasn't badged it yet. He's not a latest master. Reverse controls are screwing you up with using the wand. You've been working on beating Smash Brothers because beating it is an easy 3 points. Mastering it is not. This is true. Yeah, Brawl is quite the grind as well. Hence why it's one of the triple pointers. All right, next up on our list we got well, before that, a wild Wooper appears for those doing Pokemon. Left is right and right is left. Oof. Inverted inverted horizontal axis is kind of strange, weird to deal with. So next up we got Dragonfire on the Atari. Looks just that screenshot looks kind of like Centipede. We'll see. Clear the stages in the first mode. Dun, dun, dun. Clear 18 stages in any single player mode. Deathless. Clear 9 stages on mode 1. Mode 2. Mode 3. Mode 4. So you gotta clear 9 stages in each mode without losing a life. And then score up to 30,000 points for any given mode. So let's take a look at this one. This is an Atari 2600 one called Dragonfire. Relatively small set. But all those deathless are going to be potentially tough. Sand says his dad loved this one back in the day. So you're trying to steal as much of the dragon's gold as you can. Between stages. Dragons just get faster and faster as you go. Looks like there's a few safe spots in the game. Some of those Sark corners. I still have the complete in-box for this, Sand says. This looks cool. It's a fun game. But there you go, Dragonfire. It's all about collecting treasure and avoiding the Dragonfire. Ba-ba-bam. Yes, it is Atari 2600. And, oh yeah, GG's on the Twilight Princess badge again. And the, well, yeah, you got the, did you get the Resident Evil 4 one as well? I'm all about the dinosaur games. Alright, so next up we got Getaway, the Black Monday. So this one's an action adventure from London Studio. I think we've probably seen the Getaway before. It's kind of a over the shoulder shooter, which is kind of popular on PS2. There's quite a few of them. Quite a few of them on Xbox as well. Let's see here. So most of these are just progress, get through the game. Okay, and some of these are just go to different areas in different parts of the map. Um, gain access without healing yourself. Okay. So that might just be complete the level, essentially, without healing. After eating Yuri. Huh. Okay, there's some pretty specific TiVos in here. Okay, some collection achievements. I guess there's a street race game in there as well. So they want you to beat all the different street races. I guess there's a Black Cab minigame that has a few levels. And I guess there's also some different kind of rare vehicles to go out and find during a mission. Dragons are just dinosaurs with wings, and they breathe fire. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright, let's take a look at this one. Getaway. Black Monday, PS2.
Can't believe it. She's had more pricks than a second-hand dartboard. Shut up. And you're in love with her.
Police! Fuck out of here! Armed police! Secure the area, men. Make sure those fuckers are handcuffed.
Fuck off.
Are they all in cuffs, Mitch?
These are the kids so much, but almost back to school, you ready? And dinosaurs are real, dragons are fantasy.
Status report.
There's no drugs, sir.
I don't know about that. I think in a lot of ways, dragons are just the myths that are essentially eyewitness accounts of dinosaurs that became myths. And a lot of the way the dragons are depicted in like medieval scripts and such are closer to what scientists think dinosaurs might actually be like, with the feathers and the other stuff going on.
No chance.
So I mean, it's possible. Komodo dragon left the room.
No.
Oh yeah, there is the Komodo dragon. This is true. Okay, Cosmic, I don't know what that's a reference to, but okay. Huh. Okay.
Wait, piss off!
He's secured. I'm bringing him in.
Oh, that was pretty janky. Alright, so you got some driving sections. So this is probably kind of just a mix of different things. Kind of like, to an extent, kind of like the later driver games. like Grand Theft Auto, like the first Getaway game. I don't know if you play a policeman the whole time, but anyway, there you go. Getaway, Black Monday. Not a super valuable set as far as things go. PS2 is kind of has a reputation on RA for being a little undervalued for how long some of these games are comparatively, but I don't know. Nothing in the set looks super unfair. There's like one no healing achievement that I saw, and there's all the racing stuff. So, chat has been derailed with Dragon Talk. Graphics don't look bad. Here, the sequel Black Friday is more intense. Well, a little bit more retail going on in that one. Alright, next up we have Pitfall 3D Beyond the Jungle on PlayStation. So Pitfall was kind of one of the classic 2D platformers on Atari. Pitfall 3D, I'm guessing, is kind of a 3D platformer. Yep, 3D platforming. Okay, there's a lot of collection Chivos here. Da, da, da. Okay. So, there's some damage lists. Looks like the damage lists are programmed a little bit wonky. You have to go back to the main menu if you mess up and reset from there. I hope that doesn't mean you have to like get all the way to that level. More collection Chivos. Another damage list that requires you to go back to the main menu if you mess up. Point value. Access a hidden version of the original Pitfall. Score 20,000 points in the original Pitfall. Be greeted by a crocodile while wearing a hidden player head in the Atari 2600 one. Alrighty, so let's take a look at this one. Pitfall 3D on the PSX. We're talking about your pet dinosaurs back in the day. Alright, let's take a look at this one. You know, as much as they say stuff like fossil fuel, I think these days they have different theories about how oil gets generated, and I think for the most part it's just a mineral resource, essentially. It's not really made up of like dead animals. But that's still very much under investigation by modern science. That sounded kind of like Bruce Campbell. I don't think it was. It's almost like a bad Bruce Campbell imitation voice.
That's better. Whoa.
It's kind of an interesting platformer.
Excuse me,
Hey Yasmin, welcome in. Bruce Campbell as Pitfall Harry, coming this summer to a theater near you. Oh, there you go, that's very Pitfall. Well, this is a interesting looking game. Not really my genre. I'm not really much into platformers, but I could see like Foxy or Sark maybe giving this a shot. Possibly enjoying it? I don't know.
I get it. The crystals give me health.
Some of those enemy hitboxes seem a little wonky.
Time to vamoose.
I dig the music. At least for some of these levels. Oh, and a wild, Rock Turf? Rockruff? Text is tiny. Anyway. Whatever that is. A wild Pokemon spawn, for those doing the Pokemon. Yeah, I'm not loving the combat in this. A lot of the enemies and your attack swing and just the enemies are kind of hard to hit. And to me that's pretty artificial difficulty. At least I don't take very many hits. Alright, well this was Pitfall 3D on the PlayStation 1. Interesting looking game. Definitely, probably a bit janky here and there. Alright, next up we got some hacks. Got Loaded on the PlayStation. Which is from Gremlin Graphics. It's a shooter. Let's see. Bunch of progress Chivos. Complete each level in loaded difficulty. It's probably the hard mode. Okay. And we got a collection achievement for level 1. Deal at least 500 damage to objects in levels 2. So break a lot of things. Kill 1,000 enemies at level 3. It's almost like every, they're giving different achievos for different levels here. That's kind of interesting. Deathless level 10. Time attack level 11. Finish level 13 without using your special. And another collection achievement, another damage to objects achievement. Interesting how they like changed that up. They don't have them like all of one type for every level. It's just like every level is a little different. Alright. Let's look this one up. Loaded ESX gameplay. Zan says he remembers this game. It's from Interplay, the guys who did Fallout 1 and 2. Or, well, probably published by them? Yeah, published by them. I get to choose your characters here. Oh! Kind of making me think of like twin stick shooters. Looks like it is a twin stick shooter. Though the I guess what PlayStation 1 did have the analog sticks, but it was pretty late until most games you started using them. You could probably do okay if it uses like the D-pad and the face buttons. It looks kind of like Alien Breed or Smash TV, some of those kind of things. Wolfie says this is on Antstream. Uses both sticks for this game. Cool. This looks like some mindless fun. Got plenty of gore for those edgy 90s kids. Y says, really early PS1 game? Game was really repetitive. I swear everyone had this game. It looks like decent fun. I could see it getting repetitive if it lasted too many levels. Stan says, I figured you knew this one, Wise. Should badges got that Xeno Crisis? Got the Xeno Crisis controls? It might. I don't know if this one doesn't look like it has dodge or grenades. It might have grenades. I don't know. Let's skip forward. Some other levels here. So you got some more, like, you get some outdoors kind of levels here. Looks like you're fighting some zombies or something. Oh, it's a neat mini-map. I probably wouldn't enjoy trying to speedrun some of these levels, but it could just be dumb fun. Most levels look like this. The marketing for this game was everywhere, and it was considered edgy, so people wanted it. Yeah, it definitely looks like it's selling on that, 90s, darker and grittier. Blood everywhere. So there you go. Loaded. It's kind of a twin stick shooter on PS1. Next up, we got another GameCube game. Wise says, my buddy had this and Legacy of Kain Blood Omen. We picked Legacy of Kain, and so thankful. Yeah, Legacy of Kain was a... I I want to say it's kind of unfinished at the end. Some of the end parts of it feel like it's ready for a sequel that I never got. Is that right? Maybe I think it's a different game. But the main gameplay loop of that one was pretty fun. Sam prefers Soul Reaver. Next up, we've got Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure from Toys for Bob, same folks who do Spyro. This one is published by Activision. It's a skateboarding game. So let's see. Unlock a bunch of different characters, unlock all the levels. Collect all the things in the different levels. Complete the normal goals. You have different things to do with each character in each level. Interesting. I did see Necro playing some of this the other night. It looked like fun. It's kind of a Tony Hawk game. Let's see here. A lot of collection Chivos. And lots of specific things to do with specific characters on each map. So you got some Lion King stuff, you got some Tarzan stuff, you got some Toy Story stuff. And then you got some Score Chivos. Earn 2 million points in each level within the 2-minute timer in free skate mode. 1 million points on Pro Control, with Pro Controls turned off. So I guess all of these were with Pro Controls turned on. Maybe it doesn't care. And then you have to perform the different character specials, all of them in one combo. Alright, let's take a look at this one. But Omen remake of that style would be amazing. GameCube gameplay.
My men have constructed a domino racecourse. To complete your skate training, make it through the domino gates in the allotted time. You're showing superior skills. Gate located. Almost completed this course satisfactorily. Superior racing soldier. One gate away from completion. Gone above and beyond the call of duty.
Okay, so you have to kind of go to different NPCs within the map to get the different goals. So I think you have to do in Tony Hawk 4 as well. You're just given like a big checklist in 1 and 2 at the start. It's a little different. Help! Something. Can't say I love the well, this person might have the soundtrack turned off so that they don't have copyright license, but if it is just like the sound, it's not Super great. Alright, well that game looks like decent fun for skateboarding enthusiasts. Just another 1 point to beat, 2 points to badge. Looks like for the most part, all I have to do to beat it is unlock everything. Of course, I say all you have to do. I don't know how difficult that is. Might involve getting, well, probably just involves getting all the goals in the main levels. And a wild Mareep appears. You guys were talking about Legacy of Kain needs a remaster. I don't know. I think if they were able to like finish it, that would be kind of cool. But you never know what people are gonna do these days. Give them old properties. All right, next up we got a DDR game. DDR Revolution 3rd mix. I think we've already seen the first and second mix on PlayStation. It's basically just a rhythm game. Go through each song and beat it without with the full combo, basically. Unlock all the different songs, and then beat the songs on the highest difficulty. Yeah, SSR difficulty, full combo. Full combo on highest difficulty. So, for those who are good at rhythm games, have fun with that. It's a lot of Chivos, as usual. We got 240 achievements, worth 1,000 for this one. So, there you go. Next up we got Danny Phantom Urban Jungle on Nintendo DS. So I'm guessing this is it's a shoot 'em up. Interesting. Usually with Nick-based cartoon games, it's like a 2D platformer or maybe like an adventure game of some kind. But it's a shoot 'em up. Interesting. Okay, complete the different worlds. Normal difficulty, hard difficulty. Get all the different power-ups and use them at least once. Get large combos. Clear the boss rush. Clear the boss rush on hard without dying. That could be tricky. Finish the game in one session from the start of the game without ever getting a game over on hard difficulty. So 1 CC, essentially 1 CC, 1 session on hard. So that could be pretty tough. Score values, Chivos on different bonus ones. Deathless Chivos. Foxy played this one on Saturday? Oh, cool. I think I missed that. I was kind of in and out doing some various things while his breakfast stream was on. But I had asked him to play either this or Iron Man, I think. Without using any specials or going below half health. Interesting. So there's a lot of these like half health and no specials Chivos. So it's kind of like a damageless. Alright, let's take a look at this one. Kind of simple, and it's hard to die. Alright. don't love how this particular video has sound only from one ear. Sand says Danny Phantom. Danny Phantom was a fun cartoon. Huh, so you have like a... I don't know, shoot 'em ups with health bars are always a little too easy, I feel like. Yep. Alright, so that was Danny Phantom, Urban Jungle. Dun dun. Next up we got Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Impact. So Shippuden was kind of the second season of Naruto, second big season. Well, I guess the first season went on for a long time, but it was the second series, I guess. Basically, so this is a hack and slash game featuring Naruto. Complete every bounty in each chapter. Clear 100% each chapter. Oof. Complete every mission in Ultimate Road with an S rank on Super Hard. That sounds pretty terrible. Clear every mission and extra missions with an S rank on Super Hard. Clear all the tag missions with an S rank. Unlock all the finishing blows. Purchase every music track. Acquire all the extras for all the characters. Yep, and then all S ranks. So many S ranks. There you go. If you are good at this game, then there's lots of Chivos to earn here. Let's take a look. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Impact PSP. Let's see if we can skip to some a mission.
Been a while since you fought last.
Okay, so this kind of reminds me of the that One Piece game we were looking at a bit earlier. It's just Naruto now, or not One Piece. Fairy Tail. Can we get to some battling versus other opponents?
It's
That's just the 5th Hokage's orders.
A new Fairy Tail card game came out today on Steam. Ah, interesting.
Let's see the results of your training.
Actually, this reminds me more of the Dynasty Warriors games. It's like Dynasty Warriors Naruto.
With everything I taught you, this should be a walk in the park.
Alright, well, if you like Naruto, if you like Dynasty Warriors types games, action adventure games, anime games, this might be worth trying out. There you go. Da, da, da. Alright, next we got Magi Nation. This one's a collectible, speaking of card games, this one's a collectible card game and turn-based RPG. So CCG slash RPG. I think we've seen Foxy play this one. I think somebody got him to play it on a Saturday stream. It has a very long intro. I don't know if he ever actually got into combat. Dun, 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 dun. Looks like there's some mini games here. Watch to score at least certain point values on. Open up passageways using blast urns. Obtain different spells. Dun, dun, dun. A lot of missables in this set. Yeah, I'm guessing most of the missables here are like getting items that you might be able to miss. Which means you probably can't go backwards once you've gone through an area. And we got a couple different story. Looks like there's a couple different places you can do like different things on the story. So probably save often, save early. I guess you forge these different cards, probably. Chest opening Chivos. Equip 10 rings. Okay, so about what you'd expect from an RPG set. So let's see, Imagination. Oh yeah, we've seen Foxy play this one, I'm sure. Last two looks boring. card-based game, it seems. Yeah, so this one's a Game Boy Advance game, CCG. I got a Wild Mulcary appears. Those some Pokemon. Never could get into these card-based RPG games. In FF Tactics Advanced, they use those special field cards. That was a big pain point for you. Well, the special field cards were only like, you know, for a given map, you know, you get a bonus or you get a punishment for doing a certain type of thing. So I mean, those weren't super complicated. But they could make or break certain fights for you, for sure. Well, anyway, I dig the music on this one, and it looks like a it could be a decent game if you like the CCG games. It looks, I guess the cards that you're getting are like different enemies that you're bringing into battle. So it's maybe more like a Pokemon than some CCG games. Like you're not pulling out a card that says use this spell or do this kind of attack. It's more like just you can summon this type of creature or that kind of creature. So I don't know. It feels a little wrong to call it a CCG in that sense. Unless we're just not seeing everything that you can do in the game. But anyway, looks like it could be fun at some point. And it looks like there's one on Game Boy Color. You know, it might be the Game Boy Color one that we saw Foxy play. So there's one on Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color. So some of them where you could only use magic or not use swords was interesting. Wanted to just play a normal game and enjoy the story. Dun, dun, dun. Next up, you've got Las Vegas Blackjack and Poker. So it's a card game, Blackjack and Poker, obviously, on the Intellivision. Okay. So I think I've played a couple games on Intellivision and like Magnavox Odyssey. Sometimes it's a little difficult to deal with to pick the right mode and pick the right game. It looks like you got increase your wallet total to 3,000 by playing only 5-card stud. Increase to 3,000 by playing only 7-card stud. 3,000 by 5. So it's got 5-card stud, 7-card stud, 5-card draw, and blackjack. And then it wants you to win with different hands in different games. After standing on a hand totaling 7. Jeez. Hit on 20 and end up with 21. That could be a difficult one. and get a royal flush. That could be a difficult one. Potentially. But pretty straightforward set as it goes. There you go. Las Vegas Blackjack and Poker. So this might be another Wolfie game. For what it's worth. Let's see. Getting towards the end here. Next up, we've got Super Adventure Rockman, which is an interactive movie and a rail shooter. I think Foxy played this one on Saturday as well, though I didn't catch all of it. There was just a lot of movie anime to start it off. Okay, gonna have to defeat different enemies, defeat enemies without taking damage. Blue's being extremely disappointed by our lack of courage. Discover an E-Tank. Gemini Man. So I'm seeing only a couple of these have the progress marker on them, which indicates to me that you might be able to get past these guys without beating them. Like you might be able to clear their area or whatever without actually defeating them all the way. And there's a couple of damageless ones. Robots sacrificing themselves for you. The power of friendship. Okay, so it's the Super Adventure Rockman PSX gameplay. This Rockman game appears to be fun. So in the genre, it listed as a rail shooter. You like games with anime in them? Here we go. You don't seem to have like a lot of time to destroy those shadow blades or whatever. So this is kind of like Time Crisis Rockman. Or, you know, it's a rail shooter. So. Portal. So if you get the mouse working for this game, it'd probably be pretty easy. Pretty easy. Anywho, there you go. Rockman, Super Adventure Rockman. If you enjoy rail shooters, this might be worth a shot. If you enjoy Mega Man, if you like the Rockman anime, I think this is probably taking stuff from the Rockman anime. So there you go. Let's see, where were we? All right, next up we got Air Sea Battle, also called Target Fun, on the Atari 2600. Okay, so it's just an action game. Score points in the various game modes. Beat the CPU in some of the game modes where you're against the CPU. You want to up your game with your reviews? What system was that Rockman game for? PlayStation. PlayStation. Score 99 points in any game mode. Okay. And then beat the CPU with a 20-point lead. Alright, let's take a look at this one. Air Sea Battle. Atari 2600 gameplay. Should write Steam reviews for Cosmic. Wonder if you can get it working with the CRT with the light gun? Maybe. Cosmic says this is one of the best PvP games on Atari 2600. So it looks like you're playing as the artillery in this one. You're just shooting stuff as it goes left to right. Sand says you played this one for hours. Oh, you can be the planes as well? Or shoot ducks and balloons. Ah. Use the controller to move the turret back and forth to hit the place. Okay. Well, yeah, it looked like there was, from the achievement list, it looked like there were a lot of different modes, so I kind of figured. So I'm guessing you can kind of like move it up and down and left and right with the kind of like Scorched Earth or something. So in this case, this player is only just like timing the shot. I was thinking there'd be more. That sky gradient makes me think I'm going to adjust the color on... Trying to adjust the color on TV. I can even kill clowns. How about that? And reindeer. Or rabbits. Rabbits and ducks. A wild Nidorina appears. Those two in Pokemon. Alright, so this was Air Sea Battle, otherwise called Target Fun on the Atari 2600. Okay. Next I've got Resident Evil on the GameCube. So this was a big one that a lot of people were looking forward to. This is the Resident Evil remake on the GameCube that came out. Was really pretty for its time. Well, pretty and horrifying. One thing, so I talked to a lot of people about this one on Pulse's channel, because Pulse was talking a lot about this one. He was looking forward to it a lot, but there is a mode in the game where all of the zombies and creatures that you encounter are invisible, and so it's like a challenge mode where you have to go through and get past everything, defeat everything, just by kind of shooting in the direction that you remember it being in, which is kind of crazy in a way. But there's a Chivo for, unless they took it out already. Let's see, there's complete the game in one session without using an item box for Chris, for Jill. Complete the game in one session, knife only. Complete the game without saving. Complete the game with one dangerous zombie active. Complete the game on invisible enemy mode. I thought I saw one, there was one that was like either get an S rank on the invisible enemy mode, or let's see, there was a 100-pointer that they had added that was pretty crazy. Aha! Complete invisible enemy without saving on hard difficulty. Yeah, that's the 100-pointer. So a lot of people were a little bit annoyed with this one, because they thought that was a little too hard, that was more of a bonus set kind of achievement. Oh yeah, there's always knife only ones. I'll just look for knife. Yeah, so complete the game in one session using no weapons other than the knife. In one session, kill 5 enemies using the survival knife. Okay, so there's 2 achievements involving the knife, but one of them is complete the game in one session just using the knife. So a lot of times they'll have them specific on bosses, where like kill this boss with just the knife, kill that boss with just the knife. This one's the whole game. Go the whole game without using anything aside from the knife, which is a little bit more difficult, I would say, than just knife only. And I think they added the dodge mechanic in that they introduced in 3. I think they have that in this one. So that makes things a little bit easier, but Tyrant is no joke. Well, I don't think the knife only should be a subset, but the definitely the invisible enemies, no saving. That sounds like that's probably a subset kind of thing. Complete the game without saving anyone. There you go. That's like the bad ending version. So anyway, if you're a fan of Resident Evil, if you've played the originals, if you played the remakes, this was kind of the first major remake in the series. Really upped the graphics. It was one of the prettiest games of the new series. They also released Resident Evil 0. I think it was like a year later, or maybe a year before, or something like that. Both games really did a good job of demonstrating what that generation of systems could do. And I think they were exclusive on GameCube for a long, long time. I think this one's been re-released on other systems since. But for the most part, if you were on like Dreamcast or if you were on PS2, I don't know if PS2 got any Resident Evil games. And like I guess I got Outbreak, but the on Dreamcast, I think it was just ports of the original 3. Oh yeah. More modern systems. It's been ported around since, ported and probably remastered to some degree. But yeah, if you're familiar with the Resident Evil series, zombie, kind of investigating a creepy manor house with modern day setting with pistols and shotguns and rocket launchers and things like that, fighting zombies and giant spiders and giant crocodiles and plants and other things. Oh my, kind of beginning of the series. Doesn't take itself super seriously. Was very much based on like watching B movies and kind of trying for that flavor, which I think Capcom did a pretty good job of it. The later games are a little bit more serious, I would say, at least in some regards. But this one was aiming for campy, and it hit that goal pretty dang well. It was a little much for me as a kid, so I never really got into the Resident Evil series as a kid. But as an adult, I kind of preferred the more serious psychological stuff and Silent Hill. But anywho, there you go. Resident Evil Remake now has a set on GameCube. It is I don't know if they're going to add this one as a bounty. I would imagine at least one of the Resident Evil games will get a bounty. But they have 0, 2, 3, I think, all on GameCube. This one might be the one they put a bounty on. You liked them, you jumped, you were scared, it was a good time. Fair enough. Alright, next up we've got Iron Man on PS2. More pithy. Let's see. So, sort of a collection type Chivo, destroy all with 6 weapon crates. Kill a certain amount of enemies. This one's third person shooter. Complete the different levels on normal. So some kind of collection type Chivos, or search type Chivos, and then get all the upgrades. Complete any mission using the different suits. Kill 1,000 total enemies. This is a really simplistic set for Iron Man. We'll take a look at this one. Iron Man PS2 gameplay. You grabbed at words for that one?
That is a very poetic way to die.
Oh, there.
These men were right to kidnap you. You could have built.
So this one's based off of the Marvel Cinematic Universe Iron Man movie, which is one of the ones that kind of got the whole Marvel Cinematic stuff started before it kind of sunk into the crappiness that it is now. But this was Robert Downey Jr. Like an errant alarm clock. Nice. Do you even have like a health meter anywhere?
These guys have no business using my weapons.
Oh, fun. It's got the not Ozzy Osbourne, but the band with Ozzy. Black Sabbath. It's got the Iron Man song from Black Sabbath playing in the background. That's potentially going to get me muted on YouTube, but hey. Guardians of the Galaxy are awesome. Well, Guardians of the Galaxy were like 5 years ago now.
I could make a hell of a shockwave if I drop from here.
Alrighty, so this is Iron Man. It doesn't...
What's going on?
Might be a lot of just what this level is, with it being really,
No, that's ridiculous.
you know, it's in Afghanistan and it's in a cave, so it's a little drab. Oh no, it's flying through circles. Oh no. Well.
I think you're making a mistake.
I want terminal velocity, Jarvis.
Yeah, it's... I'm not trying to say, like, every movie was terrible or anything like that. Just, it has certainly decreased in quality from the beginning, from the first couple ones, to more modern stuff. And, yeah, just... It has. I don't want to have a whole discussion about that. You can like it. It's fine if you like it. It's whatever. Anyway, yeah. So this one, I don't know. This one's a little underwhelming. Graphics are like early PS2, kind of. Gameplay is not grabbing me. But anyway, it's a movie tie-in game. What you gonna do? It looks like a pretty simple set. So if you like Iron Man, I do like the Iron Man movie, but I don't know if I'd play this one. But if you like Iron Man a lot, maybe this is one's worth checking out. And if you like over-the-shoulder shooters, maybe. Alright, moving on. Got Land Before Time. Great Valley Racing Adventure. So it's a racing game using the characters from Land Before Time. Qualify on all the obstacle courses with all different characters. Okay, so basically complete each course with each character. Oh, okay. So complete each course basically with the perfect, avoid bumping into any obstacles, and collect all the tree stars on hard difficulty on each map. And then place first on each map. Without using a traction boost or bumping into an obstacle. Without using a red boost or bumping into an obstacle. Without using a purple traction boost, collecting a yellow speed boost, or bumping into an obstacle. Okay. So they want you to be able to beat these levels, place first, and then without using the without using specials, I guess. Without using certain specials. And a wild Togetic appears. I would take Star Trek over Star Wars. Saw this in the movies. It was cute. I don't know. I don't really want to dive into topics of just how bad things have gotten, but I will say, I think Star Trek's actually been done worse than Star Wars, which is kind of a high bar. But Star Trek, I don't know, if you've seen STD, if you've seen Star Trek STD, it's pretty bad. It's well named, I guess we'll say. So let's see, Land Before Time, Racing Adventure. And if you've seen Lower Decks, that's awful. Oh, I was thinking it'd be like a kart racer. Not seen any of the new Star Trek shows. You went to films. Ah. I didn't watch any of the new films, so. I was thinking the older series. Oh, I like the old series. The original series was pretty good. New Generation, I kind of hated Next Generation, but the original series, DS9, were both pretty good. For the most part. So interesting. It's not quite a kart racer, but it looks like it plays kind of like a kart racer. I guess it's more correct to look at it kind of like Pepsi Man or Oh No, something like that. This game looks dated. There's so many of them you could always go back and it will feel new to me because of a bad memory, so there's always a lot to watch. Oh yeah. See, I have the opposite problem. I have a pretty good memory, so I don't really have fun rewatching things that I already remember. Wow, Wolfie. I don't know what to say about that. You and I probably disagree pretty heavily then on what makes a good show. I don't think I'd put TNG in my top 100. Not that it was especially terrible, but it's just very thoroughly middling, I would say. TNG is the cheesy one. TNG was, well, I mean, effects-wise, the original series is probably the cheesiest, but writing-wise, the original series is the best, by far. DS9 had some really good moments, had some really good dialogue. TNG had a few good moments, a lot of reused original TOS scripts done with worse acting. Yeah. Well, anyway, there we go. Land Before Time, Great Valley Racing Adventure on PlayStation. So if you like kart racers, if you like the kind of runners, I guess you'd say 3D runners, like Pepsi Man and Oh No, this might be worth a shot. If you like Land Before Time, it might be worth a shot. Not especially. You'd add Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea in your top 5. Not Babylon 5. I mean, I think Babylon 5 is probably better than TNG, but that's not saying a lot. But let's not talk sci-fi guys. This is the Aria review. So let's go over the new sets and get moving on things here. And it looks like the set for this one has been revoked. So there's a Demolition Man game on Sega Genesis. Looks like it's a run and gun, but the set for it got revoked. For repair. Okay. So I'm guessing the coding for it was not up to snuff. Maybe we'll talk about that some other time. Next up, we've got Double Moon Densetsu, which is Legend of the Double Moon. It's a turn-based game from NCS. Land Before Time, does it give you nostalgia? I would say Land Before Time gives me a little bit of nostalgia, but I only ever watched the first movie. I liked it. But it kind of felt a lot like there was another movie about like pets that got lost and were trying to make their way home. And I always get the plot for both of those movies kind of mixed in my head. Very similar themes. Anyways, let's see. So you got to defeat some things, find a hidden chest, find and recruit different characters, defeat different enemies. Collect all the treasure chests. Defeat or disgrace the Moon Maiden. Interesting. Interesting. Let's take a look at this one. Double Moon Densetsu. This is on NES. Both running a perfectly good joke. Because it's Land Before Time. There's a task video of it. Because it's an old... Because it's the Land Before Time, it's automatically nostalgic. Okay, so it looks kind of like a Dragon Quest clone here. The player named his character Valis. Oh yeah, okay, so it's totally a Dragon Quest clone with their own sets of sprites. Oh, you can aim your attacks, though. That's different. Oh, that's a lot of messages when you level up. Couldn't condense it to one screen's worth, huh? And they got the HP and MP set there for when you get your other characters. Sprites are in most RPGs. Indeed. Indeed. In many different ways. Wow, this person already has 772 health. Did they cheat for that? Huh. Well, anyway, there you go. It's kind of a Dragon Quest clone, but I like Dragon Quest, so I will give that a shot someday. Maybe not today, but I'll give it a shot someday. Double Moon Densetsu on the NES. Alright, next up we got a Dragon Ball Z game. Getting towards the end here. This is a 3D fighter from Ayuka. Super Dragon Ball Z. Okay, so like he wants you to defeat each mode with each character. Achieve a big combo, win a perfect round, beat original mode on very hard mode. Survivor mode with each character. Extra stage in the Z Survivor. Unlock all the alternate colors for any character. Make every non-enhanced wish with Shenron at least once on a single character card. Okay, unlock a bunch of wallpapers, voices. Get all the skills for any given character. That's a pretty straightforward set. So this is Super Dragon Ball Z on PS2. I'm sure if Mame were around, he'd have some opinions on this one. Mame or Manny. So if you like 3D fighters, if you like Dragon Ball Z, let's get to the actual meat of the game here. I don't know if that's just the emulator they're using or what. It sounds kind of bad. Yeah, whoever's emulating this, the sound is a little messed up. Budokai Tenkaichi 3 was the best, Saiyan says. Wouldn't you get a round out if you were off the fighting square? Okay, so you get to fight in a more... It's not just the fighting ring. You get to fight all over the place. Or vegetable. Always getting beaten down by the carrot. Anyway, so there you go. If you like Dragon Ball Z, might give this one a shot. If you've already beaten the other various Dragon Ball games on PS2 and GameCube and such that are fighters like this, then maybe give this one a shot. Saying it's not quite as good as the Budokai games, but who knows? Next up we got a game called Roll Cage Stage 2. I think we've seen Roll Cage 1 before. I think we went over. So it's kind of a it's a racing game, kind of a kart racer in some ways. It looked very arcadey. So I'd imagine you'd have like some you know, complete every thing without in first place probably. Yeah, I won the Typhoon League. Roll Cage is classic, what he says. And a wild Sunflora appeared. Those doing the Pokemon. Hurricane League, Tornado League, Cyclone League, So all the different kinds of weather, got to defeat all of those leagues. There's Type 1 campaign, Type 2 campaign. There's a Masters campaign. Oh, and there's a special password you can use to make it even harder. Yay! Mirror mode enabled and unlock the best lap cars. Okay, and there's a bunch of time attack Chivos on specific maps. And then there's time attack for destroying a bunch of things on the destroying all the objects on the level. Complete all 20 tracks in survivor mode. Beat a record in all tracks mode. More time attack. They have a modern version called GRIP. Yeah, you'd be definitely more of a aficionado on the racing games. Wolfie. Let's see. Find a hidden smiley to unlock different cars. Or maybe upgrades. I don't know if those are cars or upgrades. But you gotta find hidden smileys on every map. And you do get weapons in this game. So it's kind of a destruction derby type game too. Let's take a look see at this one. Roll Cage Stage 2. 6. Didn't play this one, but you played the original on PC when you were a kid. Okay. Go. Selling point is you can flip the car and drive it on either side. Oh. That's kind of neat. Looks like you've got an alien assault going on while you're driving here. Bum, bum. Oh, you got some weather effects. That's neat. Alright, so that was Roll Cage, Stage 2 on PlayStation. And then the final news, well, I spoke too soon. There's a new one after that. Second to last one is Moomin's Tale, 2D platformer from Pixel on the Game Boy Color. Let's see. Have to defeat enemies without taking damage, and then without touching the ground after the first hit. That's interesting. Without taking damage after the first hit, without taking damage. Discover a way to increase your max HP. Interesting. Wolfie says, this is a cosmic game. Moomin's Tale. Dun. That is a very big character sprite. Okay. Jumping game? Well, I mean, it's a platformer, for sure. Looks like a pretty... I mean, these are the early levels, so it's fairly simplistic. Too pithy? Is that the end of it? Is that just the first world? Huh. Okay, very, This looks like it was probably a children's cartoon? Yes, probably. Why are we shouting? Finally made Baron laugh, only took nearly 2 hours. I appreciate the attempts at humor. I'm sorry for my slowness in getting some of them. Alright, so that was Moomin's Tale on Game Boy Color. Maybe worth a shot if you like collecting fruit. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that one. Looks pretty simplistic. Cosmic says, it's shout time. Alright, last one for the night is RBI Baseball from Tengen. So we've seen a couple of baseball games. What do you got to do for this one? Win 5 games in a single session. Complete an entire season while going undefeated. That could be pretty tough. Have your batter walk to first by having the CPU pitch 4 balls. Reach your base safely after hits. Advance the batter to second base off a hit. Third base. After bunt. So basically do all the different types of things you would do in baseball. Hit a home run. Hit a home run while bases are loaded. Hit a home run with a pinch hitter at his first at-bat. Get an inside the run homer. Or inside the park homer. Get a hit with 3 batters in a row without getting a single out. That could be tough. So, it feels like most of these Chivas you would get just by playing the game a lot. Have your throw beaten opposing runner headed for home. Strike out by pitching a splitter. Turn an error into an out without allowing the opponent to score a run. 2 outs in 1 play, 3 outs in 1 play. That would be pretty tough. It's only a 10-pointer. Have a surplus of 10 or more against an enemy. Win a game without changing pitchers. Win a game in an extra inning. Finish an inning without letting a single opposing player on base. Win a game without letting a single opposing player on base. Find the programmer screen. Okay, so if you enjoy the baseball games, there you go. This is RBI Baseball. Tengen. NES. May have been before your time. RBI series is still going. I thought, well, I know I've heard of RBI, but I think that's probably a different developer, isn't it? The one that's still going now. Because, like, Tengen went bankrupt, I think, right? I should play some baseball. I should play some baseball games one of these days. This looks kind of fun. You've not played an RBI game, you're just aware of it? Okay. Fair enough. I'm not super into, like, sports games in general, but I did play, like, you know, baseball games on NES, and they were pretty fun, and Tecmo Football on NES is a lot of fun. So the set for that's kind of crazy, though. Not gonna lie. Alright, so I think that's it for the new sets. There we go. Alright, time to go to the next section, where we look at community highlights. Check out what people have been up to. I want to look for weekly. And we do time travel back to last week. And let's go ahead and start from the top this time. So first of all, we got Sarconius. RBI set just got added. You had to refresh your page. Yeah. I refreshed my page near the end just to check to see if there's any new ones. And there was, and it was RBI Baseball. There's a Mario Baseball on the GameCube. Yeah, I saw that. I was thinking of giving that a shot at some point.
Gave you BioBillet, yeah, and he's
so Sark has been, I mean, like everybody, Sark's been on the GameCube bandwagon, and he did finish, so he's back to doing your quests. I think he started with Harry Potter. I saw him batch Emperor's New Groove, and it looks like he was working on Ganbare Goemon last time I saw his stream. Looks like he batched that one too. So GG's on that. He got Ganbare Goemon 3 and Emperor's New Groove, which looked kind of tedious. Oh, and Dog Island. He did Dog Island, and he also batched that new Tetris game that came in, the Moonball Magic. But he is currently playing some Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles multiplayer with Pulse and Chrono and Lifted Senses, I think. So they're all having a good time with that, kicking butt. And it looks like he's... Hey, Guru. I didn't even know you were on, man. Welcome in, sir. Let me throw you a shout out here. We just finished going over the new sets for the last week for Retro Achievements, and we are into looking at community highlights. What were you up to, sir? How was your stream?
That was not cool. I shouldn't have done that. Oh well.
But welcome in, man. Playing nothing? Apparently he was playing nothing. What were you playing today? Still going with Darius first, Ace X, and got 2 clears tonight with a different ship that I hadn't messed with too much. Cool. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. And a wild Smeargle appears for those doing the Pokemon. So we were just talking about community highlights. Like I said, just kind of going from top to bottom of what people were doing last week, what achievements they were earning, what badges they got. Sark is kind of usually one of the top earners and stuff. So he did Ganbare Goemon, Emperor's New Groove, Dog Island, and Moonball Magic. He badged all these. I think on stream he did these 3, and then he's been working probably on Super Smash Bros. Off stream, I think, and he's playing right now. He's on stream with Pulse, doing some Crystal Chronicles. So good times. Good times, and welcome in, Drake. I think you were here earlier too. Welcome back. Next up, we got Graham. Graham's really close to getting Phantasy Star Online badged, so good game on that. He's got been working on some Donkey Konga. Looks like he recently got Final Fantasy and Addams Family badged on NES, or on NES and Game Boy, and the Arcade Contra. So he's been kicking butt as usual. Graham's also pretty high up there. He's number 14. So we throw Graham a shout out here. Ah, okay. ADD, indeed. So throw Graham Tams a shout out.
I think I'll fall for that.
He's playing some Tiny Toon Adventures in this clip. It's a good game. Next up, we got Navanos.
I think I'll fall for it.
Navanos is working on the Mega Man X collection. So this one did get a bounty. It's a triple pointer, and it's basically just X1 through 6, and maybe the Battle and Chase. Oh yeah, okay. It does require you to do the cart game at the end, Mega Man kart game, Battle and Chase. But yeah. Apart from that, it's mostly just pulling from the regular achievement sets for 1 through 6. There's a couple of doozies, from what I understand, especially for Rockman X2, where they want you to do like Damageless Sigma and X2, which is kind of a pain. But if you've already badged all the different Mega Man X games, then if you've already badged the collection on PS2, then maybe go for this one. Each of these games in particular isn't that long. It's like an hour or two, so it'd be like 12 to 15 hours, I'd say. Or maybe I guess probably like 14 to 20-ish hours, something like that, in that range. To play through them. To badge them is going to take longer, obviously. But he's been working on that one. And he's been working on Super Mario Sunshine. He's recently badged Super Smash Bros. Melee. GG's on that, sir. And the Twin Snakes DLC, which was just basically Metal Gear 1 again. So I'll throw him a shout out here. And he also did Wario World recently. So he's getting pretty close on, let's see, on GameCube, he's got 5 games badged.
Oh.
So he's not leaving any of them with just beat. But that would be at the very least 10 points. But I think Melee is a triple pointer. And I think he might have also done Twin Snakes. Maybe. He did Sonic Heroes. Oh yeah, he did Twin Snakes. I think Twin Snakes was a double pointer, so that's an extra 2 points, and that's an extra like 6 points. Right? Because I was thinking 2, so an extra 4 points. So he's probably at like 16. Oh hey, Pulse! Thank you for the raid. Hey guys, welcome in everybody. For everybody from Pulse's stream, nice to meet you. I'm Baron Metz. I'm going through this show is the Retro Achievement Review, where we go through new sets that were added in the last week, and then we do kind of a community highlights where we go through, see what people have been up to, see what people have been doing. Welcome in, Baho. Welcome in, Foxy. Truffle Waffles. Radio. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you guys are having a great night. I was kind of lurking while watching you guys do some Crystal Chronicles. I saw you're not quite there. You're not quite finished, but making some good progress, kicking some butt. So GG's on that, man. And hope your night is going great. But yeah, we were just looking, we've already looked through the sets. let's see, what's of note? There's, for GameCube stuff, there's a new skateboard game for Disney, like a Disney Skate Adventure or something like that. It kind of plays like Tony Hawk, but it's with like Disney characters, like Lion King characters and Toy Story characters and stuff like that. And then, oh, it had a bad desync. Oh, that's too bad. You just lost all your... Oh, you just lost all your progress? How did that happen? Did you not save after bosses? I thought I saw you. I thought I saw you beat at least like one boss, and then you were on a different one. Did you not save between bosses? Or did you lose the... How'd that... I'm sorry to hear that, man. Oh. Yeah, you gotta be a little, like, OCD about saving when you're doing the multiplayer stuff, because desyncs happen. Desyncs happen, man. I'm sorry to hear that. It's just too bad. It's all Frank's fault. Well, anyway, we were just looking at Navanos. Well, sorry, I was talking earlier about new sets. So there's a Disney Skate Adventure set, and then there's the set that you already know about, is the Resident Evil remake got a set. And so we talked about that one for a bit. We talked about the Invisible Enemies 100-pointer that has quite a few people annoyed. But anyway, that one is what it is. I think for those folks that have already done a bunch of the other Resident Evil games, then it makes sense they'll probably give it a shot. 3 people have already batched the Resident Evil remake? That's crazy. That's insane. That's not a... Like, in a week, they've batched it, and... I mean, there are speedrunners out there. I know, but that's pretty dang impressive. It's only been out like 2 days. Oh. Yeah, it was up the list, I guess. Dang. That's really impressive if they did it fairly. I'm not gonna comment further than that, because I don't know who got the Chivo and what their backstory is, but I mean, I could see like speedrunners, being able to get it pretty quickly, but 2 days. Lots of RE pros out there. There are. Anyway, we were talking about Navanos here, and I'll throw him another shout out since we just had the raid. But Navanos has been busy with Mega Man X Collection, Super Mario Sunshine, recently badged Super Smash Bros. Melee, badged the extra disc for Twin Snakes, and Warrior World. So, good stuff. And we're going top to bottom today. So next up we got Chrono. We already talked about Sark. Throw Sark another shout out here just because I knew it was in your party of Crystal Chronicles, so we'll throw him a shout out too. And we'll throw Chrono a shout out. So Chrono, of course, was doing Crystal Chronicles with you guys. He's been working on the Coin Collector subset of Sunshine, working on Twilight Princess, and recently badged the Phantasy Star Online.
Too bad. You're gonna go Super anyways.
Looks like he booted up some of the Pitfall 3D. We were looking at that earlier. That was a new one of the new sets.
I'm sorry, what?
And some other various things.
I'm sorry, what? Why?
Badged DDR on N64.
Sure. I mean,
Played some Darkened Sky.
Thing, I guess. It's not designed for that.
And this is probably from the previous week.
I noticed. I definitely noticed.
So, as usual, Chrono kicking butt. Left and right, dipping his toes in a lot of different games. Next we got Pookums. So Pookums has been going back and forth on I know he's been playing a lot of Dragon Quest V. But I think the one that the version he's got isn't compatible with RA. And he just kind of gave up on getting a compatible version. So he's just been playing that one. But yesterday, or is it? I don't know if it was yesterday. Last time he did a stream, he was on a RoboCop kick. So we played a bunch of the RoboCop games on Super Nintendo, Mega Drive, NES, so RoboCop 2, RoboCop 3, RoboCop vs. Terminator on both Super Nintendo and Mega Drive. Throw Lord Pookums here. Shout out. Da, da, da.
First again.
He's a good dude. Very very entertaining streamer.
Maybe if I just select one of these, it'll be lined up.
Well worth checking out if you guys have time. Wise says, love RoboCop. Video games is a different story.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, some of the RoboCop games are okay. Some are...
Okay, did not want to
little infamous.
Die there, so okay, you cannot reset in the game.
But Pookums is up to the challenge for both janky games and classics. Next up, we got Cassette Cobra, who has also been kicking butt here. Did I spell that right? I hope I spelled that right. I'm not seeing anything come up. I think I probably didn't. I was watching Cassette Cobra play Piglet's Big Game earlier today, and he badged that one on stream today, so that was pretty impressive. It's a pretty simple game, but he's kind of into the I guess you could say he's into some of the desperation badges for the event here, which I kind of am too, but he badged Piglet's Big Game, he badged Rumbly Tumbly Adventures relatively recently. He's been playing some Bomberman Jetters. So that one was I booted that one up and played a little bit of it. It's kind of funny. It's not a great game. The screen kind of goes at a slant every once in a while, depending on where you're walking around. But pretty fun game all the same. Nothing wrong with an easy game once in a while. Indeed. He's also recently got Warrior World and the Mickey game, and Shadow the Hedgehog Reloaded. I think that was the first big one he got on the GameCube. Looks like he's really close on Mario Party 6 too. And he got Universal Studios theme park. So keep it up, sir. Kicking butt. Next up we got Wise, who's in chat with us here. Shout out.
Yeah, you have to.
Wise is kind of part of the night crew. Early part of the night crew anyway. Goes kind of late. I was watching him play some Metroid Prime last night, and I know you were working a bunch on Resident Evil 4 last week, and you badged Twilight Princess. So awesome job, man. GG's.
Are you gonna get freaking greasy over at Frank's, right, boys?
And yep. Yeah, we're really close on Resident Evil 4. I think there's just some of those Mercenaries missions, right? Assignment Ada and Mercenaries. Some of those are pretty brutal. Just watching you go through some of those ones. It's a testament in patience to get those. RE4 is on break. Fair enough. Alright, next up we got Foxy. It was here with us a little earlier. And I was watching Foxy play through some Tales of Symphonia earlier today. Making great progress on that on stream.
What was that? I clipped through.
Well, it felt like he's making great progress. 16%. Maybe not through all the achievements, but I feel like he's getting towards the end game of the main plot line. I guess you have to go back from Mania mode or whatever. Maybe that's where most of the cheapos are here. But always a pleasure watching Foxy. Good dude. Wholesome streamer. Looks like he's also playing some Pokemon Channel and some Lost Kingdoms off stream. And I know he badged Phantasy Star Online last week, so GG's on that. 80% of the game is locked behind New Game Plus. Fair enough. Armagoma is not being nice. You beat it damageless twice just to get hit by the stupid eyeball. Oh, That sucks. Like once you got the just eyeballs wandering around. And it sucks to get to that point and then have then get hit. Next up we got Rio. Give him a shout out here. Next week, you're going to try to go back to normal with things, so that means we got a theme stream soon. Oh, right. There's a Dragon Quest, kind of the spin-off games. Foxy's going to be doing a theme stream around the Dragon Quest spin-off games. So that means like Dragon Quest Heroes, Dragon Quest Monsters. I know we talked about some other ones there. The Slime, the Rocket Slime, maybe Itadaki Street, the Mystery Dungeon ones, a lot of good Dragon Quest spin-off games. You guys are trading some Twilight Princess tips back and forth. Awesome. Glad to see it. So anyway, Rio here is Rio badged Mega Man X on Super Nintendo on one of our Free Play Fridays over on Scanlines. And so he's pretty decent at the Rockman X games. He started on the collection, so that's a triple pointer if you can get that one. Looks like he's also been playing some Hyper Grind, some Donkey Konga. He got the beats for Hyper Grind, Donkey Konga, Soul Calibur 2, and way earlier, I know he badged Legend of the Mystical Ninja. Yeah, so he's been playing. He also beat Bust a Move, and he beat Phantasy Star Online. He's even further than me on Phantasy Star Online because he got the beat, and he badged PN03. I think that was a while ago, but anyway, Rio's kicking butt. Let's see. Next up, we got Necro. We believe in Necro G. Necro's definitely part of the night crew. Does these 12-hour streams starting at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, going until like 8 or 9 on the next day, 8 or 9 a.m. next day. He does a kind of variety of different games. Does like open democracy to pick games for him, or you can use your points on the channel to pick a game for him. So sometimes that goes really well, sometimes that goes really poorly. But looking through his roll of games recently played is always a little bit loony because you're not going to be able to see what he was playing actually last week because he just plays so much every night. But he's almost got Rumbly Tumbly. He's got that halfway badged. Let's see. He's got a bunch more. He's got Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 Beat. Working on the badge of that about a quarter of the way. Getting pretty close on Big Ol' Bass 2. About halfway through, a little bit less than halfway through Aladdin on Mega Drive. About a quarter of the way through Wind Waker. Not a quarter, a third of the way. I remember he was playing when I caught him last night, he was playing Ghouls and Ghosts. So that's about where I came on the stream. Pretty early on. But got a few Achievos there. And then also did some Ball Blazer and some 10-yard fight. He's getting pretty close on those ones. So keep kicking butt, Necro. And then next up we've got Knocker. And I'm kind of skipping over folks that don't usually show up here. Just kind of including the folks that are kind of the regulars. So it doesn't take forever to go through, too. So Knocker's been recently playing some Smash Brothers. I think he badged that a bit ago. So he's badged that one. He's badged Wind Waker. I think that one was pretty recent, his badge on that one. And he did get around to badging the X collection. I think he did that one pretty quickly, because he's already done he did the PS2 collection already. So that's pretty familiar ground for him. And then he did the 4 Swords with you guys. So done. Knocker's been kicking butt as well. And then we got Jordy. Fat faster Jordy. Hey Necro, we just went over your profile, sir. Call your name and you come along. How are you doing, man? Hopefully you're doing well.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
Can I get some more Tyson sets, please? You haven't done Super Punch-Out yet, have you, Wes? Or have you? There's a Super Nintendo game, you know. I'm sure I think there's a Wii game too, right? So that'll get a set once Wii releases, probably. You should definitely go for that one. So Faster Jordy has been up to some hacks and homebrews of various kinds. Some Grand Theft Auto on a hack on PS2. A Simpsons trivia game, homebrew on Sega Master System. Digimon World on PS1. Got about a third of the way on that badge. Flappy Bird on Intellivision homebrew. Nescape on NES homebrew. Yeah, a lot of just hacks and things. And it looks like recently for GameCube stuff, he's been working on Super Mario Strikers, and he badged Sunshine. So good job on that, man. Keep kicking butt. Say his name when he appears. Indeed, you did. Wise is planning on Super Punch-Out. Just learned about John Hendry. Oh, Joe Hendry. Right, like the We Believe in ... song. Yeah. Good times. Alright, and then we got Rev. Copy his name there. Shout out over here. Rev's a good dude. Very helpful. Has been very helpful to me in getting a lot of various emulation stuff set up and online stuff set up for various games and things, and just really helpful dude.
Yeah, I got it. Cool.
Very knowledgeable on all kinds of stuff. Looks like he's back to playing some Final Fantasy XI. That was kind of his big thing for a while. And I think they might be coming out with some other subsets that I'll be getting for that one probably. Recently beat Mario Mix and the Xenocrisis homebrew on GameCube. And badge GT Cube. And it's currently working on some Super Monkey Ball too. So, kicking butt as usual, sir. Okay, next up we got VCG. VCG is another really cool dude. Anytime you have any questions on Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy or any of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games, VCG's your guy. Or one of your guys, anyway. Very knowledgeable on all these different games. Looks like he's been playing some, looks like he booted up Air Sea Battle that we were talking about earlier. Got a new set. And he's been playing some Chrono Trigger on PS1 version. Working on a subset, a rare drop subset on for Final Fantasy IV on PS1. Working on a hack for Final Fantasy VI. And then working on the regular set for Final Fantasy IV. Which might have gotten a revision. Maybe that's why he's working on it. Because I thought I saw it. He had it up here. No? Maybe not. I guess he had just the... he had the PS1 set. Okay. He's working on the original Super Nintendo set. Yeah, Drake and Oaz have been playing Crystal Chronicles. A Gal Zapdos? I imagine Zapdos is a kind of Pokemon, right? And a Gal would just be like a female one? I don't know. Anywho. Except we got Frosty. He pops in here every once in a while. Goes by Mega Seraphimon here on Twitch. Seen him around. Zapdos doesn't have male, female? Oh. I don't know then. Speaking of, Frosty here has been playing some Pokemon Blue. Going after the Professor Oak challenge on that one. Some Pokemon Leaf Green on Game Boy Advance. and then some Four Swords Adventure. Looks like. Uh-oh. The site stopped in the middle of the load. That's not a good sign. Hopefully I'm not overloading the site. Next up, we got Pulse XP. It's good timing since he just raided. Here's another shout out, sir. Pulse is good peoples. He, his stream is kind of a hub that a lot of us kind of hang out in the retro achievement community, and just really skilled gamer. Very patient. Goes through each game and tries to badge it before he moves on to the next one. So a lot of patience. Most recently, the big one that he got was the Resident Evil 0. So GG's again on that one, sir.
No, I know.
And looks like he's also getting really close on the Magical Mirror game with Mickey Mouse. I'm sure sure he'll get that one eventually too. It wasn't that bad. And then of course the Crystal Chronicles with you guys. Sorry again to hear about your lost progress. That's really fantastic. That's really painful. But Frank ain't badging nothing. Oh, I'm sure he'll badge Mickey, and I'm sure he'll badge whatever next big game he picks out. I think you were talking about Wind Waker. Frank's really good at the Zelda games, so I would imagine he'd get that one in pretty, maybe not necessarily short order, but in pretty straightforward order, let's say. Nah, Radio says. Alright, next we got RVK. RVK is one of our buds from the Scanline community. Does a lot of shoot 'em ups, a lot of fighters. He's recently been playing some Shibuya Man 0 on Super Nintendo. This one was a review game for us that came out pretty relatively high rated from the Scanlines community. Just kind of a 2D action platformer. Kind of interesting game. And the other one he's put a bunch of time into here is Night Slashers on the arcade, which sounds like a fighting game. It's a beat 'em up. Okay. Interesting. I have not heard of that one before. He's also been playing some Donpachi in the arcade. And then it looks like he booted into a little bit of Need for Speed Carbon on Game Boy Advance. A lot of the racers on Game Boy Advance are, I mean, it's kind of amazing that they got them working there, but they're not super impressive. I don't know. Your mileage may vary, some of those ones. Next up we got Lifted. He was joining you guys for Crystal Chronicles, of course. I think the one I saw him badge most recently was Metroid Prime. I caught him playing some of that last week.
Usually got the spring down.
Oh, I thought he'd badge Charlie's Angels. What do we got? Why are you throwing me a shout out, Wolfie? Thank you, I guess. Anyway, Lifted's been playing some Wind Waker, some Ultimate Spider-Man. Looks like he's getting pretty close on Wind Waker. Some Fire Emblem. It's about a third of the way through. A little more than. Okay. I see what you're doing, game. I made a good pun. Alright. I don't even know what pun I was aiming for. It was, apparently unintended. A Sizzlipede appears for those who are doing the Pokemon. Alright. And next, to the next 25. Next up we got Rockstar Lexi. Throw her a shout out. Mileage may vary with NFS speed games. Oh yes. That was not actually intentional. But anyway, talk about someone not badging something. Well, I mean, it looks like she's been playing some Sonic CD. I think she badged this one earlier, but that is the only badged one in her recent here. But she's been playing some Holy Umbrella. I remember I think we rated into that, her playing that the other day from, I think that was Foxy? From Foxy on, like, Thursday? Oh, that was... No, that could have been Thursday, would it? Anyway. I saw her playing this the other day, after rating in from somebody. She was playing a Sonic 3 hack with Amy Rose in there. Playing some Contra. Looks like she got Sonic Scorched Quest badged at some point. She's playing some of that. Getting really close to Mean Bean Machine. Just got a 1cc on the hardest difficulty. So I'm playing some Mario Party 4. I remember you guys were playing together on, I think it was Mario Party 4 the other week. Only GameCube till the event is done. Well, she's definitely not sticking to only GameCube. As you can see here, she played some Kendo Rage on Super Nintendo, and some of the Delta subset here, and some Double Dash, some Bust a Move, some Animal Crossing. Well, she booted Animal Crossing up. Okay. Did I throw her a shout out? Thought I did. I did not. She's not doing the event.
Think fast.
Next up we got Staggertron. Pops in here every once in a while.
Think fast, I think.
Throw him a shout out. Staggertron's more than halfway through Charlie's Angels. Bless his soul. More than halfway through Double Dash. Playing a bunch of Command Mission as well. And some Spawn. So he's kind of all over the place here, but he's working on a couple different games. And he badged GT Cube. So good job, sir. Staggertron's a pretty good dude though, and Lexi's kind of fun to watch. She's the kind of the resident Sega girl of our retro community. She don't care about Nintendo. Fair enough. All right, next up is me. I've been playing. I've been kind of out sick last week. I did play. Just kind of getting back to playing games. I played some of the Rumbly Tumbly Adventure. Got that one patched. And got back into Command Mission. I did get all the bosses beat, so there's extra super bosses or whatever. So I got those, but I guess I still have an item that I didn't pick up somewhere along the line, probably in the Eternal Forest. So now I gotta wander around and figure out where I didn't pick up something. Yay! That's always it's always the most painful kind of achievement to finish off on. But I thought I was being pretty diligent about getting all those. Anyway, yep. So I'm going to be doing Bot and Kaitos is the next big one. I'm going to be tackling. I'm going to try to get these two, and I'm probably going to try to get at least the beat on PSO, either later tonight after stream or later this week, and then Bot and Kaitos is going to be my big one. So that'll be my focus for a while. Next I've got Mike. PSO beat would be awesome. Badge would be even more awesome, but I don't know if I've got the energy to go with that one. I just got into very hard. I haven't even tried very hard mode. But it's probably not that bad. Anyway. So Mike here is, he does a bunch of the FPS games, even on Game Boy Advance, some of those ones. So he's been playing some Hexen on N64, and Twisted Metal 4 on PS1, and some Mega Man games, Mega Man 5, Mega Man 6, and Tecmo Super Bowl. Getting pretty close to batching that one. GG, sir. If hard mode is going well, all you have to do is normal episode 2. Yeah. I got hard mode complete episode 1, so now I need to do normal episode 2. I probably have it. I know that it's going to be like a 2 hours to get to them, It's always just a little overwhelming. Even though I play other games that are, 2 hours, 3 hours, it's just, it takes a while to get to overflow. I just gotta sit down and put in the time. It's probably gonna be a lot easier this time through than the first time through, now that I've been through hard all the way and have much better weapons. But anyway, next up here we got Blog, who unfortunately has a bunch of numbers in his Twitch ID. It's not quite this, but Blog is a pretty cool dude. Started out as a speedrunner. Wise kind of egged him into doing RA, and now he's kicking butt on RA on all the games that he used to speedrun. So he's been doing kind of a circle picker thing for Mega Man games, and just every stream he'll pick one and play a bunch of it. So I got Mega Man Legends 2 the other day. I watched him play some of that. That was pretty cool. And he's almost through Mega Man 4. And he's also playing some Mega Man X6, I think, last week. But cool dude. It does take a... Yeah, it does. Then we got Marceau, who's another speedrunner who's recently got into doing retro achievements. Give him a shout out. Pretty cool dude. Just awesome at any of the Sega racing games.
You can do a clip if you want.
He's been I watched him play through, and I think he's got world records on several of the different versions of Outrun and Hang On and Super Hang On. But he's been playing. He badged Sonic the Hedgehog recently, and he badged Hang On. I think that was quite a bit ago. But
you can't upload if you fail though. But...
Yeah, I was playing through Astro Warrior some last night.
Yeah.
All right, Wolfie, thanks for stopping in. Have a great night. I can see you down here on the list too, so we're almost to you. Maybe we should have gone from the bottom to the top. Oh well. Have a great night, man. Sleep well. Next we got Neo. Neo's here in chat with us. Shout out. Neo's a pretty cool dude. Does a Link avatar, VTube avatar thing. He's been playing a bunch of Twilight Princess, as he talked about here in chat earlier. Haven't done anything this week. You've been back on Xbox. Well, you made the list somehow. You got at least 15 Achievos. We'll see. We'll see what you've been up to.
Thank you for the lurk, Benedict. I appreciate it.
Oh, and Moody, thank you for the lurk. So yeah, Neo's been up to Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess, some Super Smash Bros. Melee, some Wind Waker, some Animal Crossing on DS, and some Paper Mario 1000 Year Door on GameCube. Keep it up, sir. Gonna be getting that event badge soon. Wolfie says, I'm just that good. Get achievements without even realizing you do, huh? Alright, next up we got Mickey. I think Mickey was playing through PSO as well. Looks like he's been kind of off the GameCube kick. He's been playing some Rogue Galaxy, some Hack GU Volume 2, and yeah, Phantasy Star. He's about a little bit less than a third of the way through Phantasy Star Online. So it looks like he just finished up all the quests on normal.
I can't see the chat, by the way.
Yeah.
Give me one moment.
So, just kind of kicking around different things, but fun times. Then we got Electric Snow, pops in here every once in a while.
Shit, man.
Electric Snow's been working on Revenge of Shinobi. I know somebody in chat that's like their favorite game. It's Yuzo Koshiro did the sound for that one, I think, on Mega Drive. Classic ninja game. And it's also been working on the 7800 version of Dig Dug. And recently, I think this was probably more than... Because I think I saw this on your profile earlier. So it's probably like more than a week ago, but you badged Final Fight CD. GG's on that, sir. And playing some Kid Nicky on NES. All right, next up we got, where are we? Electric Snow, Manny. Mr. Manny Hours. He's been working on Pokemon Channel.
Nice cock.
Almost badged the Space Invaders on PS1. Almost badged Burnout 2 on PS2. And getting pretty far on Mario Party 4. I think Manny might have the GameCube event badge at this point. I think. Maybe not. 3 badged. But yeah, Manny plays a lot of different things. He's been played some Breakout, played some Ink Mania, played some Naruto Path of the Ninja. Pretty sure he had badged Ridge Racer a while ago. But you did badge Burnout last week on GameCube, so that's he's really into that whole series, Burnout series, and a lot of Destruction Derby type games. Also Pokemon and Dynasty Warriors. If you need any help with those things, Manny's your guy. He's also really helpful with just emulation troubles in general. He's been very helpful with that. Next up we got Mr. Saiyan. Dun. Saiyan's been working on some Crystal Chronicles with, I think with Owaz and Drake. He played some, he booted up Piglet's Big Game and the Universal Studios game. He badged Rumbly Tumbly.
I'm gonna ask for someone
So, GG's on that.
please to
He talking about this one actually kind of got me to go play it. It's just kind of coming back to gaming after being really sick for a couple days.
to do.
It's pretty nice and easy, kind of sink back in. And he's also been playing some Wind Waker. So, then we got Suffa. Next Suffa is BZG here or something like that. No, maybe not. He's got a different name here on Twitch. Look it up every once in a while. But Suffa's been playing some Fire Emblem, some Phantasy Star Online, some Dragon Quest 1 and 2 on Game Boy Color, some Fighters Mega Mix on Saturn, and some Pac-Man Collection on Game Boy Advance. So he's been kicking butt here and there, not just on GameCube. So GG's, man. And then next up we got Wolfie. It went to bed already, unfortunately. But he's been playing some more Shanghai Pocket on Wonder Swan. And some more Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Guessing those two were from this last week. Yep. And the rest of the time he's been on Xbox. So. Next we got Mame. Give Mame a shout out here.
Whoa! What?
So Mame's been playing some MVC2 on Dreamcast. And some Pokemon Channel on GameCube. And some Phantasy Star Online, a little bit here. And a little bit of Budokai 3 on PS2. Which Saiyan was saying earlier was his favorite of the 3D Dragon Ball Z fighter games. So, good times. Alright, and we got Tricky. And Cosmic and Drake. Finish up here. Tricky's been playing some back to Final Fantasy VIII. Working hard on that one. So GG's on that, and I'll throw Tricky a shout out here. And there's also Pokemon Spawn for those two in the Pokemon. And then next up we got Cosmic, who's here in chat with us, or was. Cosmic's kind of the early morning crew. He starts at like 6 or 7 in the morning, goes until like
No one saw that. Nope.
well,
nope. No one saw that.
maybe 7 or 8, and then goes till like 9 or 10, or sometimes even to 12 if he's not getting too hungry. But plays a lot of the more recent stuff on Steam and a lot of the Metroidvanias and stuff like that. He's been playing some Tony Hawk lately, and still working on that Demon Attack badge. Just one left. It's a pretty tough one, but yep. I think Soldier Blade was the challenge game this week, or maybe the review game for Scanlines, and then Target Fun just got a set, and Dragonfire just got a set. So haven't been doing any achievements. Well, we kind of snuck you into doing some Crystal Chronicles and Zelda with us earlier. We got to get back on track with that. But, we'll get you. We'll get you, Cosmic. We'll get you on the RA addiction with the rest of us. Either that, or you'll pull us back and keep us playing games just for fun. Drake's been doing D achievements. That's the ticket, he says. Speaking of Drake, too busy with new PC games.
I think I like level 5.
Fair enough. So here's Drake playing some Zelda, which he got the badge for, despite what he was saying here. But Drake's got some more points for Crystal Chronicles.
Yeah.
Of late.
Got them all in one hit. Oh, and here's, look.
You have all the achievements except for the ones you say I have. Yeah.
Arrow. Just to show you it can be done.
Well, I was just saying you have the, despite what you're saying here of, you have the D achievements or whatever, you did badge Zelda. So GG's on that. Alright, so that covers the community highlights, and I am dead tired again. I usually play a game, pick one of the new sets, and play a game for a while, but I'm still not feeling it, guys. I'm sorry. I think I might pick up some PSO or something, do that off stream, or maybe start in on Bot and Kaitos or something, but just not on stream. Anyway, but let's look for raid target here. Give somebody some love in the RA community. So, who all is on at the moment? Got... Dun. Is Sark on tonight? Sark's usually like a Tuesday through Friday streamer. He's probably not on tonight. Let's see. Throg is on, playing some SimCity. That's kind of classic. Kind of prefer to toss up raid to somebody that's doing some of the GameCube event stuff, though. Though a lot of the more active streamers are already getting close to being done with the event, or are already done. Are already done. I got somebody playing some Secret of Evermore. That's fun. Got somebody playing some Yakuza. Super Mario World. Super Smash Bros. Melee. Do you guys have any particular preferences for those that are still watching? Do you guys prefer to watch some SimCity, or some Super Smash Bros. Melee, or some... oh, somebody's playing some Final Fantasy VIII. What was the other one I saw earlier? Was Secret of Evermore. Jake's gonna wander off again. Don't tell the secret. All right, we'll go raid Chocolatiel. Doing some Super Smash Bros. I don't remember where I met this person, but I think it's another person in the RA community here. All right. Good night, everybody. Good night, radio. Have a great night, everybody. Be good to one another. Keep earning those Chivos. Yeah, and best wishes to all of you guys. Take care of yourselves. Don't do like I did and put off when a wound wasn't healing. I just figured, oh, it'll just give it a little time, and it got infected. So don't when you have stuff like that happen, go see the doctor. Don't be stubborn like I was. So anyway, love you guys. Have a great night. See ya. All right, and for those watching on YouTube, have yourselves a wonderful